You wanna beef with the king, what is you gonna do? When you show up on the scene, what it you drew on you and your friend and play a little 2-on-2. If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I got to get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show them this ain't the squad for a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we'll be standing in your front yard yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Front yard yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling. Bring them out, bring them out.
Yeah, now. Bring him out, bring him out.
Hello?
Bring him out, bring him out.
Could you hear me?
I sure can. Loud and
Okay.
clear. Super loud.
All right. Waiting on you.
All right. Well, you got to go first, so don't,
All right, here we go.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. What are they?
I don't want to beat them.
What are they?
81.
81.
Seahawks.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. 82 Falcons.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Oh, Mike, did I tell you I found out what the problem was? Why my Abdul was getting the kick all the time?
Why, who was getting the kick?
Why he was getting the kickoff all the time?
Why?
Because deep in my settings, even though you pick it on this screen, there's a place you pick your defaults, and there it said receive. And
oh, okay.
once I changed that, now whenever I was home, I won the kick. I'd be home.
Okay.
So you got to go in your settings and your I guess your game settings and change that.
Okay.
All right, I'm already. My stream is already up, so.
My stream is up too. I just got to put this in the chat.
Okay. All right.
Hold on 1 second.
Buddy's still talking trash. He said, "We know the rules."
He said, "Why do people pick windy weather? What's the advantage?" He need to ask, "Why do Abdul pick windy?"
Yeah, if he don't know that, he ain't paying attention then, because it could help you.
Yeah, well, especially if you play your certain style and if you got a certain team.
Well, even if field goal, if you got that wind blowing, I can make certain.
You know what? I didn't even think of that. I just thought about Abdul using it to try to throw over the top.
No. If I got a field goal kicker and I got 15-mile winds behind me or 10 miles, that's another 5-10 yards I can go for a field goal versus if it's 10 miles blowing in my face. Yeah, that plays a part.
Versus.
Hey, now I get to see the squiggly lines you was talking about.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you're going to see him.
I should. You home?
You should. Yep, Seahawks home versus Desire 7 Falcons. Weather. Snow.
New crib psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Linux. That phone for hours. I'm straight out the minutes. They calling up Dion. Straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out
YouTube.
break out the minutes from capital and now we straight out the sentence. They pay out the
YouTube.
Long week.
Who's gotcha? Here we go. That's in.
Yep.
Save. Advance. All right, here we go.
All right. Yep. Let's do it.
It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason, and it'll only get louder as the collective
Oh, you see what happened?
fan starts cheering for their Seahawks.
What happened?
Oh, you don't see it. On my end, I showed Miami versus Seattle. On my end, but it'll be the Falcons.
But it'll be the different uniform.
Yes. Even the team
You want to
said,
go back out and try one more time or just play?
nah, let's just play it. You got stuff to do, right? Let's
Yeah.
let's make sure it's the Falcons. That's what it will do. Make sure it's the Falcons players.
All right, we're about to see.
I hope y'all brought your coats because the wintry weather isn't stopping anytime soon. And we're underway from Seattle. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock.
Oh, it shows Falcons on mine.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, look, desync.
A desync. All right, I'll send it again.
Okay, all right. Same. We'll pick those same teams.
Yeah. I was bad in school. Now I'm trying to dodge a sinning. Just walked out the lavish stove, pair of shoes, $12.50. You wanna boss up your life? All you gotta do is get in with me. I don't even pay to get in the club. They know I'm a walking tick. I'm presidential leaving the club. We ain't stopping at no lights. You wanna be a boss? You gotta pay the price. Left wrist on frost, look like a bag of ice. I'm driving a Bentley Bentayga like I don't love my life. I'm in that thing shifting and I'm lane switching. Big, I'ma stand on straight Bentley.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
You know what else I did? But I'm not gonna do this time. I changed my uniforms. I'm not gonna touch them this time.
When I was away and would change my uniforms, the game wouldn't go through. So I left it. I don't change my uniform when I'm away.
Yep.
I think it only works, and I don't really do when I'm home, but I think it only works for home.
Okay, well I'm not gonna touch it this time. I think that's what's happening. Because I changed the color rush, and then it showed me. You saw what it showed.
Seahawks kick with the win.
You wanna boss up your life? All you gotta do is get in with me. I don't even pay to get in the club. They know I'm a walking tick. I'm presidential leaving the club. We ain't stopping at no lights. You wanna be a boss? You gotta pay the price. Left wrist on frost, look like a bag of ice. I'm driving a Bentley.
It's a stadium known for its design. It's known
There it is.
for
Yep.
its fan base
It's when you touch them uniforms.
You know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome everybody to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Here's the punter Bradley Pinion to get this one going. And we're underway from Seattle. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him on that play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
First and 10 now. Here's Smith. It gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
What happened?
Abdul said, Desire, get your cheap internet fix.
Gets it for the first time. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Now Smith.
Oh,
Gets him on the quick hitter.
behind me.
And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
When Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Third and a lone yard coming up. And off to Walker from the gun.
Come on, guys. Go make a tackle.
And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get the leverage. One man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
To the line we go. They're set, first and 10.
Hey, here we go, Sunday. Look.
Staying with Walker.
There you go.
His charge towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off with later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go. Hold on. 49, flip it off, 49.
From the 19.
Ah,
Set up a 7. And he's going to be tackled
left him.
all the way down to the 6. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and goal. Here's Charbonnet.
There you go. Good hit.
For a single yard.
Good hit.
To get what he could there. It's a gain of 1 on first and goal. Now it's going to be second and 5.
Middle. 13 there.
Again, the game to Charbonnet.
Good job, baby.
Brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from Lumen Field in just a minute.
It sucked up the whole quarter. Jesus, Christmas.
About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here.
Hey, let's go Sunday,
We'll
Sunday.
see if they go for it here. Fourth down near the end zone.
53, 53. Hey, tree on left.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out.
Hey, alert, alert, alert.
Fourth down, Smith.
Oh, come on.
And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown.
Had him.
The Seahawks get the game's first points here in the second. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the target's
just
going to be.
terrible.
It's really then relying upon what the defense is
Just
trying
terrible.
to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Avery Williams on the return. And look at
Oh,
this
come
return.
on. Baby, push up that hill.
What a hit we had at the end of it. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And they limit this to a minimal gain to around the 34. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 34. Completes it to Bijan Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the shotgun, Penix. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's Penix. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle It prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Now keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, they go with Algier. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish off their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get it out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. This is taken in at the 13. And following up as he gets the return to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Tuesday. Hey, what's up?
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got a home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Snowball.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Seahawks with the football. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Hey, go flip her up. Check 58. Hey, what's up?
Throwing is Smith. Gets this to Fant. It's a pickup of 11. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Here we go, son.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Hey, Turner.
Walker on 1st down. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Look. 13 net. Hey, what's up?
Here's 2nd and 5.
Oh my God.
Completed to Lockett. Running in the red zone.
Come on, man. Damn.
The Seahawks get some late points and the lead. Tyler Lockett, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Penix. That one's complete to London. He gets forward, next about 4 yards. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Second and 6 coming up here. Penix looking from the gun. Quick slant into the hands of Pitts. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Penix now on 1st down. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here. And again, it's Penix. And his perfect start is over. That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get in the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they open very long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
3rd down, it's Penix. Pitts brings it in. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Damn it.
Comes snap, they give to Robinson. Have him gain about a handful there. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Finds London on the slant. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the red zone now. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You've got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
connect on first. It's second down. Penix here from the gun.
Oh,
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks
shit.
have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately
Didn't throw that ball
flood this
so
field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score it quickly, well, to put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
Here we go, hey.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Running left. Here's Walker.
Oh, come on.
Looks like someone from
Fuck
the
was
Seahawks
that?
got on top of it, and they'll get it back. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they were quick.
That's terrible. Gonna get the fumble.
They'll come up first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now an inside give to Walker. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they could try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. It's no good.
Fucking,
An
I
easy
hit
kick,
him.
but he hangs it right. But I do see a flag out there. Let's see
Oh,
what the call
boy.
is. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down.
Incredible.
Not much time left
Incredible.
in the half, so the kicking team out on first down. This only a chip shot from the right hash.
Incredible.
Myers' kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Son of a
So we're
bitch.
through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be
believe
played.
that's
We'll be back
nonsense?
with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
Cannot believe that.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Ray the Clown. Good on the return here, and he's got room. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up second and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he's able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down mark.
Second and 3 now. From the 39. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find
How the
a
fuck is that incomplete?
This
Give me a
one
break.
intended for the running back.
Come on now.
It's going to be third and short coming up.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. And no look on his first look of the game. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on fourth and short. Punt team is on now. this away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Call that a punt at 47 yards. And it'll be Seahawks football. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Come on, 13 next, 13 next. Alert.
Motioning one of the tight ends. First down, this is Charbonnet. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Indy.
Handoff running left, Walker. Once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Hey, let's go Wednesday, on Wednesday. Slow ball.
Yeah. I'll take
And the
that.
play clock hits 0. This is going to be the way it goes.
I'll take
Way
that.
slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a
I'll
result
take
of that
that.
penalty. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down.
Come on. Tuesday. Alert, Jack's left. Strike. Lion. Ours. There we go.
Shotgun snap to Smith. He's going to go down right along the field stripe.
Good fucking throw.
23 yards.
That's a good
Sets up
throw.
Seattle with 1st down.
This is how
Good
the play
fucking
game
throw.
depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage is really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to
Good
believe that
fucking throw.
separation can create the big play down the field.
Here we go. Slow ball.
Walker now from the gun. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Lorenzo Carter there to bring him down. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Cover.
Fuck! Fucking bullshit.
This is Walker on 2nd.
Damn!
Another stop along the line. Defense with a great couple of back-to-back reps.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Come on, set.
They send a man in motion.
Look, Jack's left, Jack's left. 49, flip it off, 49. Come on, shot.
On third down, Walker. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 33. That gets him 7, sets up fourth down and 3.
Needed that.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Needed that. Needed that stop.
Fourth down punt from the Seahawks. And that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. He's fielded at the 14. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 42 yards on that punt. And the Falcons will take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Won't get this complete to Pitts. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. But the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. They've got first down from the 31. Penix now to throw.
Oh,
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we called them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Hey, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Third down, 1 yard to go. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Third and a lone yard coming up. Penix now. Escapes the pocket. Looking at where his defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for the back that time. So it's going to be 4th and short.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. Line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Trying for it with Penix. He finds him beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
Oh, I love 4 downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
here's Penix. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A very productive play from the rookie QB out of Washington. That gets them a first down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw in that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Penix out first down.
Oh, Lord have mercy. The frick was that?
That one vehemently swatted away. And now it's second down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
On second and 10, it's Penix. Into the hands of Pitts. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. On the shotgun, Penix. Hits his running back. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Able to hit Robinson, complete.
Oh, shit.
He's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing on third and long. The throw is caught. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Penix working from the gun.
I need the clock stopped.
Defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that makes it second and goal. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Penix. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Okay, Brock, I think the official double and then triple check this with their coach, but yes, they are indeed choosing to decline the penalty and letting that touchdown stand.
Kate, if there is ever a moment that defies all explanation on the football field, that may be it.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Kickoff taken at the 13. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. Here's Walker running right. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Seahawks will have a first down. our 2-minute warning. We've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They go with Walker here. No gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
That's simply a foot race to the outside that he's used to winning. Seen him get beat there, forced to take it out of bounds near the line? Well, that's just a tremendous effort and tremendous speed by that defense.
Check 59, check 59, cover, cover. There we go, Salon.
Looking to throw. Cut by Lockett. And they bring him down around the 34. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Hold on. Pause. Number 7.
Walker early to the right. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hey, here we go, hey. Hey, trio left. What's up?
David Walker. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Daytona.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Come on.
There goes Salon.
Carry, it's Walker. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The Falcons take a timeout. Their final 1. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
So what's up?
Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. Ball in the right half, the distance 43 yards. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it. Likely, probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it.
Come on, it's bullshit.
And he gets in. It's a touchdown. What a moment. They can likely win it on the extra point now.
Unreal.
Like this, bro.
Unreal.
Sometimes you just ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right? You know,
Yep.
when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Unreal.
Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. Returning it from the 16. He showed some burst on that return.
Unreal. Unbelievable.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Unbelievable.
Hey, it's a clip. Middle, middle. Hold on, hold on. 49, flip it off, 49. Double tap.
Back to throw. That's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Unreal.
Here he is to throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good
13
on
next,
good.
13 next. 53, 53. Hey, trio left. There we go, Snoop.
One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot.
Yes, sir.
This one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive.
Yes.